Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so today we're going to speak about adult photography, okay? And I'm going to talk about photography and tell people about images, adult photos being sexual energy, right? Sexual energy resource, okay? We all know about the X-ray. When we get ill or we need some information about our body, what's happening inside our body, we go to rentgenologist and he will take a picture of your body, right? So photography in general was created for therapy purposes and medical purposes, and now we get photography on every gadget we buy, and we can create different kind of photographs, right? So what I am doing at my adult studio. At my adult studio, I create erotic photography. Erotic photography for women, for men, and for couples. Okay, also I create erotic photo shoot. Fantasies with hot and sexy models. What the fantasies are about? Women hire male models, okay, for their fantasy, and men hire women for their fantasy. Sometimes men hire men, okay, for their fantasies. It happens. And then couples can hire men or women, male or female models, okay? So this type of photo shoots I create at my studio, and we create adult fantasies, right? Erotic scenarios, make love situations, okay? When people act out, or people are creating real making love stories. Okay, there are two options. Why I'm saying two options? The first option is for people who just want to try and they pretend. Okay, that's why I'm saying they're acting. Okay, they're acting. We know that the actors, when they make love scenes, they're not necessarily being involved fully into the intimate act, but they are acting out. Okay, acting out make love scenarios, right? And we all believe that this is true. Okay, at my studio I also can create erotic acting out make love scenes and scenarios, but not necessarily there was any penetration in there. Okay, we can just fake it and make it. Okay, but I do not suggest this in general because, like I said, adult photography, it's an erotic content and it's an energy resource. And if we can extract the energy from our body, right, we can use it for our benefit, right? Sexual energy resource is used for creative purpose, right? Sexual energy we use when we create babies, okay? And every person who came to this planet was made through the sexual energy, okay? All the babies come out from the sexual energy, okay? When we're creating sexual energy, there are two ways to go about it, right? One way, people are in love and really feel the passion and desire, and the other way, people just doing it and feeling nothing, okay? And that is reproduction mechanism. Before, people were having wives and families and children and making babies for reproduction, to survive and to help in a household, right? The more babies will be there, the more help they will get, right? Like that. Now people make babies to have families, and later, when the babies are done, they're doing it for pleasure, for love, for connection, okay? Of course, for satisfaction, for health purposes, emotional purposes, psychological purposes. Making love, it's a huge stress release, right? And all illness comes from being stressed. Not all, 90%. Okay, 90%. Right? So today I'm talking about adult photography as a sexual energy resource. I am a creator and I'm in adult business more than 20 years, and I am making erotic photography and videos for men, for women, for couples, and of course I create erotic photo shoot, fantasy shoots, cuckold fantasy, and threesome fantasy. Those both two fantasies are very popular, okay, with couples. So I will discuss this later. So what is the erotica? What is erotic energy? Erotic energy is aliveness. When people feel seriously in their zone, in their action, and they feeling alive. When they have erotica in the relationship, they have a serious connection. Okay, and why I'm saying serious connection? You can have a connection and feel nothing. Okay, you can have different reasons for connection. Okay, but I'm talking about being rich. I'm talking about being rich, and I'm talking about going into depth with your feelings, with your emotions, with your intimacy, with your practicing loving, right? That's what I'm talking about. And here at the studio, people sometimes forget what it is richness, what it is creative energy, what it is erotic energy, and that's when they get reminded. Okay, it's not that I am a reminder, I am that person who helped them to create erotic fantasies, and of course they will get photography and videos about themselves, about their erotic state, intimate state, about their arousal, about their how they're getting seduced, how they're getting turned on, how they're getting aroused, right? The process. I am that person who have a camera in my hand, okay? Sometimes camera, sometimes I'm filming, depending on what service, I'm providing, right? But yeah, they will get a full overview about the erotic state, okay, about their making love situations, what they create in a studio, okay, about their fantasy levels, right, about their presentation, body presentation, how they move with each other, how they move separately, how they approach each other, how they touch, okay, how they initiate making love situations, how they kiss, how they hug, okay, and of course how they fuck. Okay, they will see everything about themselves, right? I am not here to teach people how they do stuff. It has to come from inside. Initiating, imagining, and dreaming about it, it's happening in their head, in the mental state, right? But taking action physically, body to body, right? It's a reality. We can think about it, and we can fantasize that we are going to do something, okay, but it's not necessarily happening in real life, right? It just can stay in our imagination, right? So what is the creative act? Creative act, it's an actual hands-on situation. When people are seriously start doing something, okay, what is the real vibration in a creative moment? When people lose themselves, okay, when people let go of all these, you see, only negative emotions are holding you back. There are no positive emotions which are holding you back from being a great lover, okay, there aren't. Okay, you can't feel, ecstasy, joy, satisfaction, pleasure, and that will hold you back. Never. Okay, pleasant and positive emotions, just a driving force to go forward and discover more and more and know more about your partner. Okay, so here at the studio, I'm trying to give a different intensive. Okay, I'm trying to give them props to play, try different outfits, try different kind of things that will initiate the imagination, that it will give an impulse to something, to act somehow differently, to move differently, to approach differently, to have a different angle, different position, different feeling about each other and about themselves, right? That's what we do at the studio. We experiment, and we are in the creative zone, in the element, okay, in the element, in the erotic energy, okay. And then, like I say, only positive energy is driving you forward, and negative energies are holding you back. It's not only that holding you back here in the studio, it's holding you back in everything what you do and in your life. Okay, so when people are creating erotic photo shoot and erotic fantasies, they are get a state where these emotions and negative feelings kick in. Okay, there is a stage like a breaking through stage. Okay, when people start undressing or doing something, negative emotions like, oh, shyness, or feeling awkward, or feeling stiff, or feeling ashamed, or I don't know, should I be doing this or not, or what they will think, or maybe this angle is too much, or maybe they will see too much of my vagina, you know, or maybe, you know, this, you know, dick is not too big, you know, or maybe it's too small. There are so many negative emotions, thoughts, that are holding people back to perform and to create. Okay, and that is the place where I'm going with my clients every time. Okay, so it is natural to feel this nervousness, natural to be in this kind of a state that you worry, you doubt. Okay, there is something maybe wrong with you, maybe you do not look right from that angle or from that pose. Okay, or maybe she's going too close to me, okay, and then she will see all of my imperfections. Okay, no, seriously, there are so many situations, okay, when I feel that this negative emotion is taking over. Okay, because the body changes, the face expression changes, the action stops or slow down, people start overthinking. Okay, it is visible. It is visible, and it is a natural process where we're learning to actually go forward to a positive side. Okay, so when people start creating, maybe this is an impulse, okay, and maybe they're fully just focused on sexual intimacy and sexual connection, and that is great if there is this such state in their mind and they are absolutely ready. But there are so many people who are not ready, who are not sure, who are doubting that they want to do this, and they are not how to say, not ready even to go that far. When I ask people, you know, would they like to have make love scenes, you know, there are people who would say yes, 100%, and there are many who would say we don't know. We don't know. You know, there are people who would say no, we do not want any sexual, because, you know, there are stages and limitations inside of them. Okay, and there are couples who would come just to undress and do not express themselves sexually. They don't want to see this. They don't want to see how they look like in the arousement state. They don't want to see how they look turn on. What is the turn on phase? Because it's not always beautiful. Okay, do you think that you are the sexiest, drop dead gorgeous when you turn on in this animalistic wild expression? Maybe not, but that's the point of you accepting and leaving those shadows, coming out of the shadows basically, because there are places, and we know that we are not perfect. That's the whole purpose of doing art. Okay, because art doesn't have to be perfect, it has to make you feel something. You know, that's what I'm doing. If I'm feeling this picture, is it sexy? I'm feeling it's sexy. I don't care it's perfect or not perfect. You see, it has to be something about it. Okay, and not every photographer, you know, provides this and understands this. They have everything preset. They do not risk. They do not go out of this lighting limitations or any kind of settings limitations. Okay, they just do the thing what they've tried and it worked, and they're doing it again and again, and that is not a creative process. Okay, so I am going fully in a creative process with my couples. Okay, it means that I am risking like them. Okay, it's not preset, it's not going to be perfect, there will be eros in there. That's the whole point of the creative process and energy, to be in a balance and to be in the certain vibe. Okay, and I am feeling my couples. Okay, they are inspiring me. Okay, creative act that they are making, inspiring me to use certain lighting, certain backdrops, certain moves, certain angles, certain settings. They are inspiring me. They are that force, okay, that I feel that energy comes from them, and I create specifically for them. That is why when I make photoshoots, there are no equal photoshoots or identical photoshoots, because there are no same people, there are no same energies, there are no same couples in the same zone or in the same level. You see, because when couple in the relationship, they go through the zones and they do risky things to actually grow inside them. You see, the only things that are nervous and how to say uncomfortable make us develop and evolve, okay? And erotic state is the state that is not discovered enough, okay? There is not talked enough about this. People getting shy or shy away, okay? Seriously. Even yesterday, I was with my teenager son, and he was telling me how biology teacher been asked about something pubic hair or some kind of a question related to erotic theme. My son said that she felt awkward. She did not answer properly, and she just got, you know, that's kind of education we get. So people are automatically feeling restricted, feeling ashamed, okay, feeling shy, okay, feeling nervous discussing this, okay. There is no confidence, but confidence is sexy. We see sexy people and we see confidence about them, okay. And we understand that confidence comes, you know, from that eros energy, and the eros energy is being in your prime, is being in your zone, is being an adult, okay, not being a child. You see, there are adults who are children and they do not vibrate this energy, okay. They are scared, they are anxious, they are weak, okay, they are paranoid, they are not having any relationships, and they don't have any money. They have little bit, you know, as a children they have little bit money, but it is not an adult state. Okay, and there are adults who stuck in a baby situations, right? And when I read these comments, I would notify straight away, see who is the baby out there, okay? So there are adults who are grown and who are in their mature state, and they don't make any money, okay? They don't realize what's happening with them, because they still, you know, they still need to grow up. And revealing this erotic energy, extracting from, because it's there, okay, it's just being suppressed, it's being shut, okay, it's being squashed, it's been maybe traumatized, okay, when they were developing as a children, right? That was happening to them, right? So creative act inspiring me. Okay, when couples creative, I am initiating new things, new experiences, new adventures for them, so that they can charge me up as an artist, and I would deliver a specific artwork for that specific couple. Okay, that's how it's happening. There is no presets. I don't do any presets. Okay, I don't do any, you know, automatic things. Everything is manual, right? So erotic energy and erotic practice and intimacy and having this energy inside you, of course, changing your mood, right? Changing your acceptance to the world, acceptance to the partner, right? So it's health, right? It is health, mental health at the start, okay? Because everything, what happened is in your mental state. All erotica, all sexuality happening in erotic state. And like I say, there are people meeting up in the studio, okay, and they can just bond, okay, do a physical act, just do it and feel nothing, okay. There was centuries and centuries for women who were producing babies, and they had intimate intercourse situation and they felt nothing. That is not about love, and that is not about passion and desire, okay? So I do not create such scenarios in my studio, okay? I want this energy be there. That's the whole point of art, of sex art that I make and create, okay? I want this to be present in my couples, okay? And just doing things, it's, you know, it's an adult business porn situation, okay? Just doing things, right? So when we create, we move away from this, you know, reproduction mechanism, okay? And when I say reproduction, I also can tell about the body state, why people are lonely, okay? Why people are alone, okay? Because very often this reproduction mechanism shuts down, okay? We all have a reproduction mechanism, right? We all do. What happens when it shuts down? When mentally you think that there is something wrong with you, okay? No, seriously. When you think that there is something wrong with you, there is something, you know, not right with you, you can be better, or then you was perfect, your body thinks that you are ill. Your body thinks that you are ill, and this reproduction mechanism stops, and that's why you stop wanting and stop having any kind of action, okay? That's how it works, okay? So one of the ways that erotic photography helps people is just help people to understand who they are, okay? No, seriously, accept themselves, be self-aware, okay? Understand their body, understand their mental state, understand their condition, understand how perfectly imperfect they are. That's the photographer's job, right? To create an amazing art, so that these reproduction mechanisms switch and start working, and then they realize, yes, I am worthy, yes, I want to have a partner, I'm not supposed to be alone, okay? I want to have a match, I want to have a relationship, I want to have normal intimate life, right? And I want to have, you know, creative, something, you know, inspiring, satisfying, right? Fantasy situation, right? And people need to start working from themselves. To start from themselves. Very often they think that they will find someone else, and I was guilty of it. Everyone thinks, oh, I will find, then, you know, then I will be that. No, you need to start from yourself first, okay? So what we practice is curiosity, imagination, and spontaneous things, okay? Spontaneous things. And what I say, curiosity, okay, sometimes they don't want to try, you know, this or that, they don't want to shoot with this prop or with the other prop, but if they're not going to try, they don't know how they feel, okay? And that is the curiosity, that then later they realize that there is something out there that they don't know. Okay, no, there is. And there is something in their partner that they have not discovered yet. Okay, and most of the people who live, they think they know. Okay, but it's not true. Okay, there is always something they don't know about their partner, and there is always something they don't know about themselves. Okay, and the photographer is that person who would x-ray you from every angle that you are not possible to do for yourself. Okay, and then you find out what is it you don't know about yourself. Okay, so that's one thing. Imagination, it means that we are sharing fantasies and we are shooting on the spot, and then we can change it up the way we like it. And imagination and spontaneous things are come together, because then I'll just straight away, you see, I have this feeling, I'm shooting, and then I got bored very quickly of the same shot, of the same setting, of the same lighting, of the same posing, of the same composition. Maybe they could last in this pose for a really long time, but I'm not, no change, okay? And that spontaneous things comes from me, but very often it comes from a couple as well who I'm shooting with, yeah? So let me just talk about shrinking your desires, shrinking your wantings, shrinking your loving situations, and going into a friend zone. Okay, that's kind of a situation when couples arrive to the studio. There are different couples out there, okay? And there are couples who are absolutely in the sex zone, and they want to just strive flourish, show their emotions, get better, get more free. Eros energy is a freedom. Okay, it's risky things, it's doing new things, it's doing things that unknown. Okay, it's a freedom, right? If you practice freedom, you are longer lasting in that vibration energy. Okay, but there are couples who are safe, secure, and cozy and familiar. They know each other very well, they know everything very well, and there is no risk, there is no danger in there. Okay, and eros energy, it's a different side of being, you know, well known. It's eros energy is unknown. It's somewhere you're going with your partner where it's unknown. So I ask very often my couples, how far you would like to go during your photo shoot? And I can tell you, I ask this question very often. Not always people know what that is. What is this, how far? What is this, how far? You know? How many orgasms? How many what? Okay, how far? I'm asking. I would share an inspiring reply if I would get one, but it's confusing people because they do not realize that you can go far in sex, that you can go far with your intimacy, that you can go far somewhere, like journey, just going somewhere. Okay, what is this? What is this? How far? And that is something what I ask couples. Yeah. So if you are arriving to the studio, that's what I will ask. How far you would like to go on the day? Okay. There are answers all the way. All the way. Okay, all the way, but I don't know how far. Okay, what they want to feel, what kind of the fantasy, what kind of the emotion, what kinks, okay, what desires there, what, tell me more. Okay, that's what is about, you know, saying how far. And again, I'm coming back to the point when we have not talked about sexual stuff. Okay, so there are people who do not talk even with each other. Okay, I lived with the partner for 15 years and he didn't want to talk about any sexual stuff. He thought everything is fine. Everything is great. Why change? You know? Why do something different? You understand? So that kind of a situation, right? So you with your relationship can bring him home by being spontaneous, by bringing this eros energy. Okay, they don't have to leave home and be unfaithful and practice infidelity, right? They can have risky and dangerous things at home with their partner, right? What happens usually is that men create a scenario when at home is all safe and cozy, and then they go outside to do like a dangerous and risky things, you know? You can have a journey with erotic photography and bring him home. Okay? No, seriously. And take a new journey. That's a food, and that is content, which I'm going to talk about, Eros Transformation course. Okay, Eros Transformation course, where I will teach people create erotic photography for their partners, for themselves, for dating. Okay, erotic photography, right? So talking about eros energy, it's a freedom and it's an antidote to death. And then when I say to death is that, you know, there are people alive and there are people dead in the relationship. And dead in the relationship, it's not even the friend zone situation. There are people who are very good, okay, have a great connection. They just do not have any intimacy. Okay, and there are people who don't have even that. Okay, don't have even that. No intimacy, just kind of like a routine life and living for mortgage or for children or for just comfort, you know, that is clean and there is food in the fridge. Okay, that type of dead couples, right? And when they arrive to the studio, dead couples need a lot of time to get alive. Okay, and depending on their deadness level, dead couples the best way to bring them out of their stale situation is erotic photo shoot with hot and sexy models. That's I have tried, okay? Because working and bringing their vibration back into the relationship, it takes ages. Once I worked with the couple, which was almost dead, and it took me 6 hours. 6 hours to reconnect them on a certain level. Okay, 6 hours to make her feel comfortable, not like a log lying down, and just be some kind of a sexy, bring that sexy energy in her body, try moving a different way, try doing something, trying to seduce, to communicate somehow, to send signals, something so that her partner would be interested. Because what was happening, he was interested in my makeup artist. That's kind of a photo shoot, when you have this situation, okay, you understand that this is not, okay, this is not a striving and flourishing relationship, right? And there are partners who would bring their wife, their girlfriend, to fix her, okay, to fix her because something wrong with her sexuality, with her seduction elements, with this, but very often they need to fix themselves first, okay? So when you go into this kind of a relationship zone, okay, it takes a lot of effort, and I've tried, okay? It takes a really long time to somehow reconnect them, okay? And actually this couple is doing great now, seriously. Start traveling, start doing things together, start evaluating each other, stop looking what is wrong with him, or what is wrong with him. Because I showed them who they are. I showed him what he is, okay? How she can be sexy if he's a prick, That's the simple as that. They don't see, but photography shows everything. It's your x-ray, okay? It's not about being beauty, and it's not about lying, okay? It's about being true to yourself, true to your sexuality, true to your individuality, personality, true to your charisma, okay? People have a lot of values around them, okay? And these values are enough to have confidence inside them if they bring the sexuality out, because that's who they are. They don't have to be perfect, right? So friend zone, stale relationship can be fixed in erotic photo shoot, okay? But if the relationship are really bad, people straight away want to book threesome, okay? Because why they would shoot together? They're bored. There is nothing new in there, okay? They don't wanna. They wanna hire a model and have a threesome, okay? And that's one of the ways to have a therapy together, seriously. It doesn't mean that they would practice this and become a Swedish couple. People thinking, oh my gosh, this is a risk to bring someone else, then he would really want that constantly. No, but it's the way to help your, intimate life and your connection as a couple. You will find yourself in a different situation. And then you see for yourself what is best, right? So speaking about sexuality and speaking about eroticism is huge. It's art, okay? It's art, it's poetry, it's music, it's people on the stage who are changing the world, okay? It's the drivers driving, the best pilots, okay? The best people, in their element. That is an erotica. Sexuality is a very narrow and very small part of erotica, which includes your body, okay, and includes the way you feel, right? And sexuality is something what we practice. It's very easy to bring sexuality just by touching yourself, you see? Just start touching yourself and you could see that this energy is coming out. And if you feel your body really well, okay, you will be able to. There are people who would come to the studio, beautiful people, and they would say, I don't know how to be sexy. Sexuality is an energy and it's a move. And if you don't do anything and you don't move, you have to be like seriously spiritual, like a Buddha thing, that you would not move and just translate the sexuality force. Okay, usually human has to move and do something. Okay, they have to present themselves, they have to hold their body, they have to, you know, look with their face, they have to have some gestures around them, and just, you know, the energy around you is always there. Okay, what you will do with it, you know, that's how you go into sexual mode, right? And that's what I practice here at my studio, practice with people who do not know how to be sexy, what it is sexy, what I should do, how I look sexy. Is this sexy or is not sexy? Maybe this is sexy, maybe that is sexy. They have no idea. They just don't have this feeling. They don't know themselves enough to actually evaluate, is it sexy or is it not sexy? Sexuality can be controllable and given by doses, okay? I'm not meaning that people will undress, open their legs, and that's the sexuality. That's an anatomy, okay? Genitalia information, right? So erotica is something what I'm starting every photo shoot, okay? And that's a connection. And connection can be made when you're dressed, okay? You can make love when you're dressed, okay? You don't have to be naked to have intimacy with your partner or with yourself, okay? That's what we practice from that, you know, from that. Erotica, it's like I say, it's everywhere, okay? People who practice erotica, usually they know themselves very well. They connect with the universe, they connect with this world, they understand themselves, they understand other people, they feel it, okay? And of course they have money, okay? They attract money. Sexual energy is the same vibration, okay? So what we do is, at the studio, usually we unlock creative visions, okay? And people sometimes bring a lot of ideas, a lot of outfits, and plenty to create. That's not even possible for me to do for a day or two, okay? That's how much they want to express themselves and create, okay? So if people have a lot of ideas, they need to book a longer session, okay? Because that would be just too much, you know? They bring like one guy, I can tell you, he bring, I don't know, maybe 50 outfits, okay? And it's not possible to shoot in 1 hour. It's just not possible. People booking, you know, different kind of things, and they have different understanding, and I just ask questions. That is why I have intake questionnaire for everyone that will give me exact information. What is it they have in their mind? What is it they want? What is it they would choose? Okay, there are many options out there that people will imagine their sexuality and erotica in their photo shoot, okay? There are so many people, I can't read everyone's mind, okay? But I can tell you there are bonkers situations. There are bonkers situations when someone is booking a portrait shoot and then getting out of the car with a lot of shoes, okay, with a lot of high heels. And I said, you know, headshots are up to here. No one will see your shoes. Why are you bringing shoes? She said, no, I want to change. I want to have it different. So people booking one thing and then arrive and have different plans, and, you know, so you have to be honest with your photographer, seriously, okay? So what's happening in the studio? We learn, okay? We learn. Usually people are doing this first time. They never had an erotic photo shoot in their life, okay? So I am getting into this situation that when they don't know, okay? So first we start from a consultation, and that's where I understand where they are fully. We confirm the ideas and we confirm the agenda and our goals, okay? And then they, you know, they go into tour. They have a look at the studio, they will check everything in the changing room, they choose their outfits, okay? They choose their accessories, they choose their shoes, maybe props, maybe toys, right? What they like, okay? And then we go into a creative zone, you know? creative zone, me and the person who is shooting, or a couple who is shooting, and there is a connection and a synergy in there. Okay, so let me just quickly answer the questions what we have here. Okay, answer the questions what we have here, and we have many questions. Okay, so I will be commenting now. Okay, as an erotic photographer here, I will be commenting on TikTok what it says woman only. No, photoshoot is not for women only. Photoshoot is for men, women, and couples. Okay, that means that only adults. Okay, only adults can visit my studio. Okay, and let me just check if I am doing this right. Maybe I'll do this way. Okay. Hi, hello. Not female. What that means, not female, maybe there are clients who would not want female photographer. I can tell you there are men photographers, male photographers as well. Okay, so you can choose not a female. Okay, not a female photographer. That is all fine. Okay, then what we have here, you are speaking for men. Yes, majority of my auditorium are men. Okay, 80%, 70 to 80%. So I do have in mind men when I'm talking, okay, in my auditorium, because naturally I check my analytics and I know who is interested in erotica, and I can tell you that most of the men would like to educate themselves, and that is great. At least we need to start somewhere. Maybe women then later kick in. They are more interested in the cooking classes or dancing classes or, you know, whatever, right? Okay, now about beautiful. Hi, hello. There are, you see, there are some bonkers comments, okay? From these comments, which are not related, I can tell you that there are a lot of adults who are in a child zone, okay? Child zone. The only thing what is good about them, okay, is that they are able to express themselves, okay? It will be really bad if the child is in such a traumatic state that he is not even able to write anything or express or get involved into. This is the community we're having now, right? And I am communicating, right? So I'm not reading this, I am Satan, I am this, you know, I'm not reading this, but I am telling you that there are men in a child's vibration, okay? There are men children, okay? And usually men children get to meet woman who is mother.